Welcome back to the Angus Report. With me in the studio today is Dr. Dan Mosier, President of Angus Genetics Incorporated and Director of the Performance Programs Department of the American Angus Association, and Ryan Rupert, the National Sales Director for GeneSeq. Welcome to the program.
Thank you. So
today we're talking about DNA testing and genomics and how it plays a role in reducing risk and improving the value of your Angus cattle. Dan, how are registered Angus seed stock producers, how can they produce better bulls through DNA testing for their commercial customers as we enter this expansionary phase of the cattle cycle?
Well, first off, that by using DNA testing as part of their sire selection, the accuracy of the EPDs that they're using in selecting their AI sires is higher, and so they'll be able to select animals that will transmit the levels of traits that their customers are looking for, and also being able to get that information at a younger age. And so the chance to turn generations a little more rapidly and make more rapid genetic improvement is possible through the use of DNA testing.
And Ryan, as people, we are entering that expansionary phase of the cattle cycle, and so as people expand their registered herds, how are they identifying those replacement heifers that'll come back into their herds and add value?
You know, to me, the real value for an Angus breeder is to be able to get accuracy on their heifers and their cows. This is the first time we've been able to get a young female with the kind of accuracy that, you know, even a mature female that's 10 plus years old would never be able to attain. So we can really focus a lot more on the female side and get cows that have a lot more accuracy and a lot more confidence behind them as we bring them into the herd.
I might also add too that by testing those females, now they have a more precise estimate of their genetic merit and understand better the strengths and weaknesses across the whole plethora of traits. And so breeders having genomically tested females can then pinpoint their mating decisions to really match sires' strengths with the particular weakness that a female might have. So having that additional accuracy on females also really lets them pinpoint their selection decisions and ultimately, again, target their customers' needs.
With commercial producers, how can they use DNA technology to improve their own herds?
Well, as commercial producers have had a very positive experience buying genomically tested bulls. They've seen the increased accuracy and the reduced risk of using those sort of bulls. We have a lot of commercial producers that are now interested in using that technology in their own programs as part of their female selection program. So now there are a number of commercial tests on the market that those producers can use to couple that with their bull selection to make even more progress.
And Ryan, you're seeing people using this DNA information in some of their marketing strategies as well. How can commercial producers and seed stock producers use genomic information to help market their animals?
Well, first of all, it's going to help improve their reputation, because that's what this industry is all about at the end of the day. And being able to provide a more consistent product to the next person in the chain is really valuable to that operations reputation. So using an Angus bull that has been genomically enhanced and then selecting your heifers using a genomics product of some kind allows you to make that genetic progress that Dan was talking about. And it also is going to bring the progeny of those and the mates of those heifers along with it. So it's going to give you the opportunity to sell a more consistent product to the cattle feeder or to the packer at the end of the day if you retain ownership.
And then maybe hit some of those value-added marketing programs as well?
Absolutely. I think one of the really exciting developments is that recently we've seen more of these specification feeder cattle programs where producers are able to document value in their feeder cattle. And one way they can do that, of course, is documenting the pedigrees, the registered Angus bulls that they've been using. But some of those programs are starting to use genomic testing as well. Some commercial producers are testing their females, their replacement heifers, and using that in the selection. But then the average value of those replacement females is a good indicator of the steer value. And so as they bring steer calves to the marketplace as feeder cattle, having the average value of the heifer test then documents the superior genetics those steers might have, and thus be able to capture a premium on them as well.
As we go forward, you know, we're going to see, you know, back to that idea of a reputation, there's going to be more and more programs that are going to utilize exactly what Dr. Mosier just discussed, and the programs that are out there are opening doors that if you sell at weaning that we've never really been able to open, as whether it's Angus or just any commercial cow producer out there right now. So they're going to be able to get premiums that haven't been accessible. And it's really giving power to a lot of different folks in the industry so that they can better represent themselves in the marketplace.
We're out of time today. Thank you both for joining us. If you would like to learn more about DNA testing your herd, visit angus.org and access the Angus Genetics Incorporated page or your AAA login account. We'll be back with the Angus Report after this.
You pick your cattle and your partners with care. Count on those who share your values about hard work and a reputation that is earned. Choose the optimists, the exciting ideas, like GeneSeek Genomic Profiling. When you go with the GeneSeek GG-PhD, you can invest time, money, and reputation in superior seed stock. You know their merit earlier in life, so you can raise and market calving ease, growth, and carcass bulls with greater confidence. And when your bulls perform as advertised, your customers can take your word to the bank. We know you are good at what you do. We help you stand out from the crowd. GeneSeek, a new brand of partner.